What's up, Guardians? This is the Hunter Specialist, and welcome to today's video on Hunter builds, specifically 3 solar builds. All of my Hunter builds focus on either a different playstyle or are built around a specific activity. I think it's important to mention that this is a beginner's guide, possibly for somebody who's maybe creating their first character as a Hunter, or they have a secondary or third character that's a Hunter, but they're not very familiar with Hunters. It's also good to mention that this is based off the vanilla Destiny 2, so future DLCs and updates and all that content is not accounted for. Alright, with that said, the first build is what I like to call the Boss Killer, which is centered around the Celestial Nighthawk exotic helmet. You need to activate the Sharpshooter node in your Gunslinger tree, and this is very, very important, because this allows your golden gun to do precision damage and allows your build to be just an utter beast when it comes to damage on bosses. For your dodge, it is really nice to be able to spin and get ammo, considering it's more of a tank build, so you want to be able to reload as much as possible by putting down as much rounds as you physically possibly can. As for grenades and jumps, that's pretty much purely up to you. It doesn't really affect the way this plays very much. I usually go with swarm grenades and the triple jump. For the gear set, you want to focus on armor, resilience. Since you only have one shot on your golden gun, you're going to want to soak up as much punishment as physically possible while lining up that precision shot, because it's all about that precision shot. That's where you get your pure beast damage. As far as mods go, boosting your weapons definitely helps, as you're using your weapons a lot. Like I was saying, when you're spinning and you're dodging, you're reloading those weapons, so a good auto rifle or submachine gun is good. It's a pretty tanky build, so other than that, I would say weapons are pretty much up to you. The next build is what I call the Ninja Tank. Now, I know it's not a proper tank build, but as far as Hunters go, it's a good balanced Hunter tank for PvP. The idea for this build is to have high resilience, but also be able to move around quickly. That's where the Dragon Shadow exotic chest piece comes into play. Since the Dragon Shadow boosts the weapon handling and movement speed for 10 seconds after dodging, your primary focus is going to be on recharging the class abilities, then weapons and resilience. Being that this build relies on recharging your class abilities, it makes for a perfect knife juggler, because using the Gambler's Dodge near enemies recharges your melee ability. If you miss that first shot, you got a second chance. And because the Sharpshooter subclass branch gives you melee kills, basically gives you back another melee, as long as you get precision kills, you're throwing knives indefinitely. Once again, for grenades and jumps, it's all about personal preference, but using trip mines and strafe jump is more my choice. Moving on to weapons, a good submachine gun paired with a hard-hitting medium-ranged weapon like the Hardlight or the Mida multi-tool works very well. And of course, since it is a PvP Ninja Tank build, it wouldn't be complete without the Quick Fang. I call my final solar gear set the Balanced Ninja. Of the 3, this is the most flexible between PvP and PvE. It's a pretty standard ninja build focusing on mobility, and it works well in PvP due to its use of the Foe Tracer exotic helmet, which allows you to mark and track enemies, making this a decent build when only running one Hunter build. Way of the Outlaw is the preferred subclass strictly because it gives the golden gun 6 shots. This can come in very much in handy during Crucible or while cleaning out ads. Using a swarm grenade can clean out the ads as well. Your jump and your dodge can be varied, but I prefer the triple jump and the marksman dodge, and that's usually what I run with on this build. Well, there you have it. 3 solar Hunter builds that I have found very useful. I hope this video has helped you build or refine your character into something that you have fun playing with, because that's what's most important. More so than even having the most powerful character. If you like the video, please hit that button. Comments are much appreciated. If you have any other useful builds related to the solar subclass, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. This has been the Hunter Specialist. Keep it classy, Guardians.